In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all of the hiking gear I'm using this year in 2023. All of the equipment I will be showing today is very good for beginners and for people on a tight budget. I will be giving you tips and tricks on how to save money when you first start off backpacking. So stick around until the ending to hear all of my tips and tricks. Just to give you a little bit of background about me, I would consider myself as an intermediate hiker and a beginner backpacker. Right now I'm in Norway, so a lot of the equipment I have is good for colder weather, but it can also be used for milder climates and slightly warmer climates. First off, we will be starting with the sleeping bag. I would say that this is the most important thing to have if you're going to go backpacking. I'm on a tight budget and I just use the resources that I have. For me, I was in the military for a year and I got this handy sleeping bag for free because of my service. Now this sleeping bag, I don't know the brand. Let's see. The brand is Corinthia. I don't know if that's good or not, but I know that this sleeping bag has been good in cold weather. I slept in this in -10 Celsius. If you're going to be getting your first sleeping bag, I would consider buying new. I don't think it's a good idea to buy a used sleeping bag because I would say it's not that hygienic, but if you think that's okay, go for it. I recommend getting 3-season sleeping bag if you live in the Northern Hemisphere or in any cold climate. Next on the agenda is a sleeping mat. I am not that happy with the sleeping mat, but I will be using it this year because I'm on a budget. I would say the only real positive thing about it is that I'm not laying directly on the ground when I'm using it. It's not comfortable and it doesn't make you that warm. It's also quite bulky, but it's very lightweight, as you can see. So I would go for this in the beginning to see if you actually like backpacking. If you know for sure you like backpacking and you want to invest in it, I would highly consider buying a blow-up mattress that you can blow up yourself. When I was in Belgium not that long ago, it was more comfortable sleeping on a blow-up mattress than it was sleeping on a regular foam mattress. I highly recommend investing in a blow-up mattress if you have the budget for it. Next, I want to talk about my water bottle. This is the Nalgene water bottle. I've seen a lot of hikers use this water bottle. It's a 1-liter bottle and it's just fine to have your water in it. It's not purifying or anything like that. If you are on a budget and you live in an area with not great water, would probably get either this with iodine tablets or I would invest in a water bottle with a water purifier. Next is my gas stove. Here it is. Honestly, I just got the cheapest gas stove or gas burner, I don't know, that I could find in the sports store. So if you're starting out, I would just get something really cheap. Now this one, all you have to do is, I don't have it with me right now, but you get like a tube full of gas and then you screw it on the top. Nothing fancy. I would recommend just getting something simple like this, and you can probably find very good ones secondhand. Whoa, that came flying fast. Okay, next one is my headlamp. I actually got this for Christmas one time, and it's very handy, especially during winter. Right now, it gets dark at like 4 o'clock, so I highly recommend using this. It's so practical. It's just so much easier if you're trying to find something at night or if you get lost, it's super handy to have. This is the next item I will be using a lot this year. It's my handy kettle. It is a Mackenzie kettle. Really great for boiling water if you want to have tea or if you want to purify your water. I would recommend buying this. It's lightweight and very good for camping. Here are my utensils I'm using this year. These were actually the cheapest I could find at the store. The downside with these are that they are quite heavy. And also, do I really need all 3 separate things? If you're going to buy some new utensils, I would invest in a spork or something where you have all 3 in one. These work, and I don't really care about the extra weight as of now. Next is a battery pack. Now, this is a very heavy-duty battery pack that I bought, I think it's like a decade ago. It's very robust. If I drop it on the ground, it's fine. It's also waterproof. Before, it used to hold a lot of charges, but now it's worn down over the years. Do you recommend buying a battery pack? Just in case if you run out of battery on your phone, then you are screwed. Especially if your navigation is on your phone. But I would recommend buying it new so the battery has its full potential. Another important thing is a compass. Especially if you run out of battery on your phone, if you're using that as a source of navigation. It's always good to know where you are. Now this compass is more like professional because there is a compass and then here are the lines that you use to measure on a map. You could get a very small compass and you can just have it with you at all times. You could also have a compass on your phone, just download it as an app, but then you couldn't use it if your phone ran out of battery. So I recommend always having a backup plan when it comes to finding your way back. And a compass and a map is very good. So this is, I don't know the brand, it's just a general compass I will be using this year. Next, this is my fire starting kit. This is great because it's a 3-in-1 actually. I have matches, I have a mirror, and I have a whistle. This is made for emergencies. This is also waterproof. When I first started hiking all by myself, I would wear this around my neck and have it here at all times, ready for if something was to happen. I do recommend getting something like this. It's an easy way to get help. Stick until the ending to see the most important part because you do not want to miss that. Next is my towel that I use. This is a microfiber towel that is great for backpacking and for hiking, day hiking if you want. I used this on my trip to Lofoten when I was backpacking for a week, and I used this sucker every day because I was camping at a camping place and took showers there, and this was so good because I would take a shower and then I would hang up this microfiber inside the tent, and then it was dry the next day. So I highly recommend bringing a towel, especially if you're going to be swimming, if you're going to be taking any showers, or if you're going to be sweating a lot. It's great to just wipe off all of the sweat. Next is the first aid kit, very important. It comes with some band-aids, alcohol wipes, and bandages for if you get a huge cut, sports tape for any ankle sprains, a tick remover, very important if you're in Norway, and an antibiotic salve that I could put on my wounds. I also recommend bringing painkillers, very important, and any vitamins or medicine you need for your trip. Now, what you can do is you can just use a regular bag, most importantly a waterproof bag, and fill it up with what you need. Another thing I recommend buying is a knife. This is the cheapest knife I could get at the sports store, and I've only used it a few times, but this is very, very handy if you ever find yourself in a dangerous situation or if you need to cut anything. This is always good to use for emergencies, but it's also good if you're bored and you want to do some wood carving. You do not need the most expensive knife. This knife is very, very, very sharp, and it was the cheapest one. So get a knife that is functional and then you're good to go. Okay, second to last, we're almost there, and it's the tent. I bought this tent secondhand, and I highly recommend buying secondhand tents. You save so much money doing that. They will most likely be older tents. The only issue with that is that they're most likely heavier than the newest tents that are out, and there might be holes. So if you are looking to buy secondhand, I do recommend seeing the tent before you purchase it, and make sure there are no holes inside, because that really sucks when it comes to mosquitoes and insects. This tent is the Westfalle 3 Camp. It's technically a 3-man tent, but I used it only me by myself last summer, and it was fine. The only issue is that it's heavy, but I mean, it's a lot of room and I love it. It's almost luxurious to have that much room. But if you're a solo hiker or a solo backpacker, you should definitely get a smaller tent in the beginning. There are also different types of tents. So there are different season tents, and this is a 3-season tent. So it's good for all seasons but winter. And if I were buying my first tent, I would do the same as I did. I would get a 3-season tent, and a 3-season tent is overall a very good option for most people. Now for the finale is the backpack. This is my baby. I've had this backpack since I was in 9th grade. And it's still my trusty backpack. I bought it brand new, and it was an investment. It's the Balgans of Norway. Troll Hetta Lady 75 liter. Now, the thing about this is that it's smaller, like as in the width is smaller. So if you are a woman, or if you are smaller in size, you should definitely get a backpack that is also smaller and fits your body. This backpack came with a day pack attached to the front like this. Honestly, amazing if you're going backpacking. You can just leave your tent and all of your equipment and go explore while having some stuff with you. It's honestly amazing. I use this all the time on just regular hikes. This backpack also came with a rain cover, which is essential in Norway or in any country or climate where it's raining a lot. Definitely get a rain cover for your backpack. If not, get a bunch of plastic bags to wrap your things in, because you will not regret having dry things. I will give you like a little tour of the backpack. It has these waist straps here, and it has these straps here that you can have around your chest. And there's also a lot of adjustments here to make this tighter or looser. You also have the adjustments here for the top of the bag if you want to tighten it or not. There's also pockets on the side here to have any water bottles. And in the front, there's a bunch of these loops here that you can attach things with or hang things on the outside like shoes or anything like that. Now, there's 2 ways you can enter this bag. There's an opening right here. You can open with zippers, right here like that, or the top, which is honestly great to have multiple options. And on the top of the backpack, there's a pocket inside here for the rain cover, and there is a pocket right here for anything you need to get really fast. I know that you can buy backpacks secondhand, and most older backpacks can be very, very big and heavy and bulky, especially the backpacks from the 90s and earlier. But you could probably buy this secondhand, and it's a great option. Any backpack within this decade is great. The only reason to buy a new backpack nowadays is to save weight, honestly. Make sure to give this video a like and comment down below if you have any questions, specifically about hiking on a budget or anything about equipment. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. I will see you in the next one. Bye!